보지.
This is Canal Street. This is a normally very noisy, busy crosstown street in Lower Manhattan. And now because of the virus, it's almost empty. So we're in my studio now. And I think what's really interesting is that some of these images are starting to drift in the frame, almost like they're slipping out. This one's an example of that. This one, in contrast to that one. This is another example where the whole image is starting to tip and fall through the frame. I think that's a result of what we've been going through.
Due to the closed borders and the impossibility of travelling, I'm sending these phone box elements to Sanker and to Strathkinnes. All elements of my project are lying in front of me, as if they were spread out on the green sheet of the rolling landscape of Dumfriesshire. I just have to pick them up and arrange them. All these elements, my love for the English language, writing, calligraphy, the bagpipe, the telephone box, the garden bench and its relation to the British pillar boxes, All these elements have always been there and have been waiting for me to arrange them and to turn them into videos, performances, costumes, texts, and an exhibition. So my own very personal story intertwines with the cultural history of Scotland. The whole project that I am planning for my residency in Sanka is very close to my heart because on one hand it revolves around very different forms of communication, the oldest post office in the world, music, writing letters and poems, language in general, old telephone boxes up to video calls via Facebook and messages via Instagram. Moreover, and this really moves me, in the context of the preparations of my residency in Scotland, several friendships came into being between Great Britain and North Rhine-Westphalia, between Sanka, Strathkinnes, London and Düsseldorf. All this offers a lot of consolation and optimism in times of Corona and Brexit.
Hey everybody, I'm Dan Devening, and I'm recording this in Chicago. Jürgen asked all of his artists to put together a little video talking about where we are and what we're doing. I would film this in my studio, but it's in kind of a disarray right now. Some renovations going on. So I'm filming this in my gallery. My gallery is Devening Projects. It's a space that I've had since 2007. Some artists from Grohl Past Projects have exhibited here. Behind me is an exhibition by a Chicago artist whose name is Paul Urshan. So it's works on canvas paintings and sculpture. I'll give you a little tour here. Sadly, only a few people have been able to see the show, and we're going to be taking it down pretty soon, but we've been pushing forward, trying to get the images of the show out to our collectors and our clients and our friends. And I look forward to doing another project with Paul sometime soon. I'm a painter. I primarily work in works on paper. I'm also a professor at the School of the Art Institute in Chicago, and I'm currently finishing up my last term of the year, teaching all my students remotely, which has been an adventure and exciting, and maybe what the new world is going to be looking like. But between all that, I've been able to do a little bit of work, so I brought a couple of things to show you. Some works on paper. Let me find the best place to show them so they don't show a lot of reflection. Yeah, I primarily work with water-based paints and printed elements and do some stitching. So there's that. And here's one more. So get a quick idea of what I do. But I just wanted to say hello and say I'm thinking about all my friends in Germany, thinking about all my friends in Wuppertal, especially Jürgen and Julia and other artists who show with Grohl Past Projects, Wolfgang and Isabel and Volker. But I just want to say I hope you're all doing really well and healthy and happy, and hopefully very soon we'll be, sitting around a little table in a cafe, having a beer or a glass of wine and telling stories about how we filled this time back in the spring of 2020. So until then, all my best wishes from Chicago, and be very well and take good care. Bye-bye.
I am a traveler. I collect pieces from all around the world. I copy, cut, and paste. My life is a collage. These days, in quarantine, my radius became quite small. My studio means the world for me now. I travel through my inner landscape. I dream about the future. I reflect about the past. I think we shouldn't go back to normal, because normal was the problem. It's time for a change. If we don't use this opportunity now, I'm sure other events like this one will follow, to remind us that all things are linked to each other. I believe that change starts within us first, by reflection, stillness, shifting perspectives. From this passive and maybe even dark state, we can again step into the daylight for another round. I hope it will be a better one with more love, courage, compassion, and understanding. The future is in our hands.
My studio is located at the outskirts of Thessaloniki. Lately I've been working on these clods, these earthen clods. I've been glazing them. The other day I stacked them on these pallets to get them out of the way. And finally what I saw I really liked. So hang in there and keep safe.
I'm not what you expect for an artist. My studio is very organized. Everything is on wheels, so I can take my tools where I'm working. I'm constantly cleaning my studio. My workflow is based very much on rituals. I get up at 9 and I start in my studio at 10 making coffee. And this is the most important ritual to me, making coffee during all the day.
is NPR News. This is 91.5 FM, WBEZ. Good morning. I'm Mary Dixon, 7:29 on Tuesday, April 28th. Sun trying to peek through the clouds and the fog.
Those were not allowed to wear masks because the director of prisons believed it would scare the inmates or cause a panic. Then, after an outcry from the officers, the director changed course.
Pence has even won praise, for now at least, from Trump himself.
These people they're working 24 hours a day. Mike Pence, I don't think he sleeps anymore.
Pence has even won praise, for now at least, from Trump himself.
To disclose any information about staff testing.
Mike Pence, I don't think he sleeps anymore.
No suspected cases of COVID because they are tested. Have symptoms or get tested. When they are tested, after an outcry from some officers, the director changed course. Or is it just spread the virus? When they are tested, those were not allowed to wear suspected cases.
This is 91.5 FM, WBEZ. Good morning. I'm Mary Dixon, 7:29 on Tuesday, April 28th. Sun trying to peek through the clouds and the fog.